Welcome to the podcast where tiny Asian boys talk about nudes
and dicks.
Anyway, did anyone has done any, NoNutNovember at all?
No.
I failed that the second it came NoNutNovember.
Dude, the moment I was like, oh, right, it's NoNutNovember, I was like, all right, it's already 12:01, I nutted already. Exactly.
No, as a joke. No, as a joke, I started before before it hit November 1st. And then as it hit, I nutted. So
So it's like on the
I was like, oh well, shit. No, I didn't plan it, but it just happened. So I was like, oh, guess I'm out then. Like 1 second in. Not that I'm a one pump chump. Yeah. No.
Dude, that would be embarrassing if you actually made love with your girlfriend and they're like, oh, this is it.
Oh shit, I gotta stop. No. The internet
can't do
told
etching.
me, no. The internet. It's okay. We can just
Mike,
do
what about you,
etching.
man?
I wasn't even paying attention. I just do it whenever.
Yeah, no, I feel like the same for all of us, really. I just find it funny that it is a thing, but
Yeah.
Right.
I also think it's because I think Pornhub does the whole 10,000 views per tree or something.
Oh, is even Mr. Beast
Oh.
with his
I
thing?
think I know.
Oh,
and I
you
heard.
pay- a one nut
heard-
you pay for $1. I'm not doing that.
Wait, what?
No, I heard
$1
like
for
this. No, like $1 for nut. All right, if you nut, you have to pay for the tree, like save the trees thing.
Oh, no. Because like I remember reading somewhere that for every 10,000 views, Pornhub plants a tree.
Oh.
If anything, I think nutting is more beneficial than NoNutNovember.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Oh yeah.
plus like it's like I heard like NoNutNovember was based off of like porn addiction or chronic masturbation. I was like, I still need it because like I don't want to
I mean,
prostate
people
cancer.
are like, NoNutNovember is good, but I'm like, it's healthier to nut every so often, isn't it?
Yeah. Although that comes to our question: how many guys have you nutted in a day?
Oh man.
You go first, Mike.
Like average?
Yeah, average
Yeah.
in a day.
Oh man. Only like, I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of lucky if I get to do it at least twice a week.
Are you serious?
So
You out of all of us, the horniest
What?
on Maine.
what? Why do you think I'm so horny?
Shit! He's got all that pent up rage.
No wonder he gets like passive aggressive comments. Yeah, Leon likes Tamino. You cunt. No wonder. Oh man, for me, it's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner to me. I have to do
So 3 times a day.
I have to
Me
do it.
too.
It's like,
Wow.
as soon as like especially when like if you go on like you already know my feed. If anyone doesn't know me on like Twitter, it's like straight up my feed is straight up like AV and Gravier retweets. And
Leigh.
yo, what's up?
Oh no, nothing. It's just.
Oh no nut.
I think.
Oh no nut. And what you mean right there? You fucking pun.
No, I think if you were in the Killer 7 universe, you would have died at the Stacy concert.
That's true.
Remember Andre Almeida? He says these guys beat off 4 times a
Oh,
day.
I died for.
Yeah, we'd all be there actually, except for you.
Yeah, because Mike's pent up.
If I had the chance, I'd probably be there too.
No, you
No,
would
you-
run
let's-
straight to the. He would probably run to the porta potty and then just like go off.
Then he goes full on Akuma, raging demon.
I can imagine going to the porta potty like fucking levitating you there.
he levitates like Akuma to the potty.
Okay, now you're talking as if I'm a wizard. Or something.
But that's like the thing, like, nutting. Like, have you seen all the memes? Like, oh yeah, since I haven't nutted, I'm levitating.
I've got godly powers or something. I can't. No, I saw there was this video. I think it was like last year or something. It has to be edited. Of course, it has to be. But like, it was just some dude in the clouds, and there's just lightning spurring off of him.
That's a true wizard, alright.
It says the final day of NoNutNovember.
And there's like that chaos dude or whatever from like everybody that made that memes about fucking like NoNutNovember, like what the aftermath, and then they made like a new life form from nutting out for holding on so long.
Oh, that reminds me actually. No, because there was a green text thread on 4chan. I forgot what it was. It's an old one, but it was just people posting messy rooms.
No.
And like I went into it thinking like, oh, it's just clutter everywhere. But no, there's like gunk everywhere, dust, food.
Oh.
And then in one of the green texts, I remember this part specifically because it grossed me out. It was like he nutted in the same pair of like boxers for like 20 times or something, and he left it there. He didn't wash it. And then in the green text, he said, "Oh yeah, there's some like fungus growing on it or something."
That's a dinner plate and a free meal. Right.
Funky. I don't know. Like that's what I remember from that green text story. Absolutely disgusting.
Right? Like Jesus, like a fungus from your nut. There's something wrong with his diet.
He said it was fungus, and then everyone was just replying to it like, "You've given life."
Oh, that's disgusting.
You've given birth. Like, oh.
So the whole time.
That's some
what?
yeah, that's some biohazard 8
like
shit
actual
right there.
biohazard.
Yeah, that's a literal like biological
Molded.
attack if anything. Oh my god. Oh, just imagine, dude. I can't imagine the room of that smell of that room is just gross.
No, it's absolutely disgusting.
But Dios,
Yeah.
you said that you haven't you done like NoNutNovember, but in December, right? Because you traveled to Japan and you had friends with you.
Yes. So, NoNutNovember, I didn't participate in it, but I had to do NoNutNovember in December because I was traveling in Japan with three other friends. And we were pretty much always together. And obviously, you don't do that even when they're sleeping. You don't do that in the same room.
You don't know that they could be like on the other way, like ass to ass.
I don't want to know.
You're for like, what's that?
Yeah.
It's like it's a ghost.
It really, like obviously, like any normal person, I get the urge to do it. I'm not gonna do it in public. I'm not gonna go out and akiba and just start nutting. But when I
Dude, I can imagine I just imagine you having like the biggest balls because you told me there was like so many pretty girls in like Japan.
That makes me sound like a creep. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. What?
There's a context to this. You said there's context. You couldn't nut in November. There's context to that, so don't be ashamed of it.
I couldn't nut in December, but also, I don't think Mike heard this story, but I went to Universal Studios Japan with my friends, and the first ride was I think it was the Jurassic Park ride, and I didn't realize it by the time, the waterfall one with the T-Rex at the very end, and I didn't realize it, but after the ride, I'm very scared of dinosaurs, so I was like, oh shit, that scared the shit out of me. But also, when I got out, my pants are ripped. Like, the crotch, you could see it. The leg to the crotch was ripped. It was a decently sized hole, but I could hide it. And I was like, it was the first ride of the day. And
I thought you had like skater like tear, like the way it was ripped that you showed me.
Yeah, it was like that. But I don't know how it happened. It just tore itself. So the entire day, I was trying to hide that hole on my crotch. While also, there's tons of these very pretty women just walking around this cosplay. They're really pretty. I was like, it was the first ride of the day. So, the first ride, I ripped my pants and I had to hide it. I had to hide my nuts.
Oh my god.
Man, you just basically had a fear erection the whole time, basically.
crazy. Because after every ride, the hole would get bigger and bigger, and I was like, oh, come on, have mercy.
The very fact that you were able to hide that the whole time, like did you walk awkwardly or what?
No, I didn't. So what I did was I would pull the leg up. I also wore I wore a baggy hoodie, so it'd be fine, and I'd hold it by sort of putting my thighs together. I didn't look awkward, thankfully. It worked for the most part, but then by the end of the day, you could see my thigh.
Oh, wow.
So it kept tearing, right? Or
It kept tearing because we kept going on rides, and then
but
we
you got
run to
extra.
the next...
You ended up having extra pair of pants too, right?
Yeah. When we got back, to the Airbnb, those pants were done.
Oh,
So I had to throw them away. But like I didn't have any problems with pants, thankfully.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if I'm on vacation or somewhere with no privacy, I basically have to do a NoNutNovember. So
Yeah, understandable.
yeah. You just can't like start making that noise around those kind of people.
the whole time though, for me, like I was like gone for October, right? Most of it, and so I had November there. But
Ah.
so the whole time, like, because I was only wearing like a gown, so I had like this. I had the largest erection every time the nurse came by. I was like, "No, this is not you."
Oh my god!
Every time they come in, no, this is not you.
Leon goes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like looking at because like I started finding out, like like suddenly I started like a huge crush on Emi Fukada. If those who don't know, it's a huge like AV idol that just suddenly took a huge boom. And then so I was just looking at her, and at the same time I had an erection. And after the nurse came in, like, no, this is not you. I just looked.
That's so awkward too.
Well, yeah, and not only that, they were like Brits, so they're like, "Oi, mate!" the whole time when they were looking at her.
Oh, you're popping a spiffy there, mate. Wait, no, that's
Basically.
whoops.
I was like, "You have anything right here I can use? I will use Marmite if I have to use for lubricant."
Oh my, you're gonna inject that in?
I didn't tell her that. I didn't tell her that. I wanted to, but at the same time,
You thought it.
yeah, like as a joke, like, what if I use Marmite right now?
I feel like that would sting because of the yeast. Because Marmite's
Why would I
just
put that on my tip?
Oh, whoops.
How the fuck
I
did
don't
you
know. When you said, "Do you have some Marmite?" I thought you were gonna be like, "I'm gonna stick my dick in a jar of Marmite."
Nah, I'm gonna use it as like no, I'm gonna spit it like like Marmite as you spit in your hand and go at it. But no, why would I just stick my dick in Marmite?
Sticking dick in that would be the opposite of lube, I think. Like, because it's so dry.
Is it? Is it like on Vegemite?
No, it's crazy dry. It's like Vegemite.
Oh.
It'd practically be like sandpaper.
Oh, never mind. I'm gonna get myself a red handy.
Oh. Oh, geez.
So you just basically describe a red handy, except with actual paste.
Yeah, like it's not buttery smooth like Nutella. Why am I? I'm not saying that I've done this, but I have had Marmite, I had Vegemite on my crackers, my food.
I love you to elaborate even more. To be fair,
I was like, wait, it sounds like I know from experience.
Don't worry, guys. I didn't use it for my wife's boyfriend's butthole. I didn't use it for that.
Oh, bunghole.
My God,
Ooh.
that makes sense. Well,
Yes.
I mean, you not using it though. But Mike, what do you use for your fapillage?
Coconut
Are
oil.
you serious? Like legit?
Yeah. I ran into some problems using lotion, so
Okay.
I have an abundance of coconut oil.
He's like, man, your parents like, man.
I just decided to switch to
Your
that.
parents like, man.
But I
my
mean,
son loves the coconut oil. He's becoming the true jungle gook.
but I mean, it's just yeah, I was just couldn't. I mean, apparently, other people use it. I didn't know. it was just convenient for me
It works.
to use that.
It
So
works.
yeah.
What about you, Dios?
I go. I don't have access to any of that stuff at the moment, so I always
Yeah,
go
but-
raw.
So you just-
Always.
so you just go and then go the whole time.
Yes.
All right.
Dios is he's released his inner Neanderthal powers.
My God, I did not know that. Man, you're Filipino. I thought you would use Vicks vapor rub.
I don't want my dick smelling like Vicks vapor rub. No.
Filipino, that's what I would thought you would use.
I do have abundance of Vicks around, but I'm not gonna use that.
Yeah, that's because your mom comes here to use that as all right, put this
Yeah,
on your
she
body.
uses it all the time. I'm not gonna take it. No.
It's like I noticed there's a lot of Vicks vapor missing, and why is your bedsheet turned into a dinner plate? There, Dios. Oh man, for me, I just. All right, I'm a little hypocritical. I don't use spit or hand. I just before, right? I used to use like the cushions of my couch. So I went raw dog on the couch.
When I visit you, I'm not sitting anywhere near your couches.
No, that's when I was younger.
I was like, you now still doing it.
I was like, if you guys are horny, let's just be out there. Like if there's a crevice, I'll fuck it. That was me back then.
This is like a slit.
Yeah, that basically when I saw when I was young, Totally Spies was on. Like, all right, I want to fuck the shit out of Clover.
Totally Spies, yeah.
Yeah.
That was my sexual awakening to all right, I think I like cartoons, guys, a little too much.
It's like thinking Misty is cute leads to it dominoes effects to hentai.
Oh yeah, definitely. After that, with Adult Swim, that's when they start showing Inuyasha, they show nudity at times. That's
yeah.
I was like, that's my first sexual awakening to hentai. Then I was like, all right, I want to search on Google with my low ass internet with the dial up speed and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, what is he doing at that night? Oh, I'm just looking up Kagome nudes.
Kagome.
But yeah, that was. And then all right, for the things I use, I think a combination with spit. If I ran out of I use Cetaphil. There, I use Cetaphil on my wiener. It makes my dick clean.
Wait, for clarification, what is Cetaphil? Because I don't know what that is. I don't
you
think we have it
serious?
here. I don't think we have it here in Australia.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to actually look that up for you. Cetaphil is basically for
It just
skincare for dry skin.
Yeah, it's like lotion.
Okay.
Here,
Fair
I'll
enough.
send you an image reference. Like,
I mean, there's some Cetaphil just for face
Right.
wash,
Right.
I believe. But
it's
yeah,
multi-purpose.
but
Well, no, I mean, there's variations of Cetaphil.
yeah. But in this context, we would assume it's the lotion
Yeah,
one.
it's my
Face wash.
Yeah.
it's my lotion
That's-
motion.
Speaking of, actually, I came across a post ages back, and it was some dude saying, "Oh yeah, I use shampoo. I fucked the shampoo bottle," and then he mentioned that his skin started tearing off.
Well,
And
yeah,
everyone's
there's shampoo has some aesthetic properties.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
hey guys, my skin's tearing off on my penis. How do I fix this? And everyone's like, stop using the shampoo. For the love of God.
At least Cetaphil it moisturizes your wiener.
Yeah. But I didn't even think to do that using the shampoo bottle. But I was like, it's just skin. Ooh.
It's like no wonder he's taking a shower too long. Then the average 30 to 20 minutes. But man, that actually thinking about that, your dick chafing due to shampoo.
Ugh.
There's some PHP levels there. Did he not look?
Yeah.
I think you just saw a hole in liquid.
Yeah.
It's a little grimy when his parents use it as a shampoo. Oh god.
Oh, oh.
So who's the most that you ever fapped to?
Oh.
For you, I'm like, it could be hentai either way. Like your favorite artist either.
Even then, I'm not really sure.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it really depends. Like, for artists, that's a whole other can of worms. Because maybe you want a specific fetish, or you like just how they draw, or if you know, I don't know. Yeah, just that. But specific person, I'm not too sure.
Like you don't take any fancy to anyone's art in particular. Like I have a huge like I love Takemura Seshi or whatever.
Yeah.
Takemura.
Here, like I'll put it right. Actually, I'm gonna bring the whole goddamn site. Once Rush comes in here, he's gonna be, "What the fuck's with your image references?"
I'm looking at it right now. Have I seen any of
this one in particular? This one I jacked off to the most when I was younger.
Oh yeah, I did like that. Back in the day.
This is an iShield 21 guy.
Was it?
Murata, that guy? No. Unless he does. Unless he does iShield 21.
Did you see it? I like posted on the image reference.
Yeah. No, that was my first thought. I thought it was him.
Oh no.
For a hot second.
Because
I know.
Last thing I read by. Oh yeah.
That's right.
Go on, Dios.
Like last thing I remember is, like when I first saw that image, I was like, instantly I thought of Murata.
Oh.
I don't know why, but I was like, did he do hentai?
This should fit in your preference because you also date like glasses girls, and this is all he does.
Yes.
Yeah. The last thing I read by this guy was the Idol Master.
He makes a lot of those.
Doujin. Yeah. So, it's just that the gap between Take on Me and those stuff is a while.
Yeah.
So I kind of forgot his art style.
I mean, I still miss his, I miss it. I like his original work better than, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of
yeah.
You can tell there's a lot of passion to what he did when he did original stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then plus I'm short, so I was like, this is my fetish too. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is the one I jacked up to the most.
Trying to think.
Oh. Definitely difficult. I mean, if I want like gangbangs or tentacles, I go with Eric Sawaru.
Eric Sawaru
he does
is good.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that exactly? I had to post. I might have to post that on our YouTube video later. But
I mean, he's probably most well known for his serialization of the Pandora series. It's kind of ridiculous. Like if it didn't
kind of thing, or like what?
Yeah, there is some Greek inspiration to that, but like he's had multiple volumes over the years, like culminating into like an actual decent fantasy series. If it didn't have any sex in it, it would actually be somewhat actual like substance. But actually, I think maybe a favorite of mine would be Seto Yuki. Yeah, they have a lot of like anime adaptations. They're probably best known for like blowjobs.
Wait, the way you say that.
I mean,
the way you say that is like they're kind of hiding. Like, oh yeah, they do blowjobs.
If you read chapter 1 of Chitose, which is one of their recent stuff, you might just nut from looking at the images.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god,
that's strong power.
That is how ridiculously good.
Unfortunately, it's full censored for mine, but I see how like there's a lot of motion to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
like there, you can actually see like whatchamacallit, like the dimples of a blowjob.
Yeah.
But anyway, that this story for Chitose is so like
this one right here. Right?
I mean, I guess this. It could be someone's fetish because the main character is so beta. It's it's
Jeez.
I guess people can get off of it because do you want me to explain what happens?
Go. I mean, I'll probably read it. Also,
No?
check off to. No, go.
Okay,
go
yeah,
for
Go
it.
for it.
Okay, yeah, I won't spoil it. I don't know if it will help you
It's okay.
more.
Why would that help?
We have references now. We can always go back to it.
Yeah, I mean,
It- it was really good that I have not read the second yet.
because you'll be sleeping
Jesus.
by then. You wouldn't even make it to the podcast. You'll be like, yeah, guys, I kind of noted too much.
But he has he has like other series that's like that had anime adaptations, but like they're usually named after musical terms like Accelerando or Allegrando or something like that.
Yeah.
You've probably seen them before, but they're heavily censored, sadly. But they hold up well in animation wise.
Okay.
I mean, I can. This is the. Oh, well, actually, never mind.
Wait,
You wouldn't be able to see anything in that link.
Ah, I remember this.
All set.
There's what the other stuff like String Gendo
Yes,
or
I
something.
remember this from like
So
early high school.
they all take.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had like anime adaptations like since 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and
It's
yep.
it was ahead of its time.
So-
I think.
Yeah, I mean, they're animated by Pink Pineapple. They're still around. I mean, they've been around since like the 90s.
Yeah,
Mine Apple
but,
for making crazy animations. Like now, the
oh yeah.
nudist beach. I was like,
Mhm.
all right, I'm gonna take this day for myself.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. The artist for the manga. I tend to like his or their stuff
Oh,
too. Shiwasa no Okuni or
Yeah,
something.
amazing stuff, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mainly because I think when they draw, they have the scenes go out for like many pages. I think maybe I don't know magazine restrictions possibly that other artists like we have to wrap this up in like 4
Yeah,
pages.
you gotta
But,
go.
like, when they could, yeah, maybe he's at like Togashi levels where like he could just do whatever he wants, take hiatus.
Uh,
And then you know that professional level when you're like that good. That's just my assumption.
isn't
though.
it like with
So-
Shindo L that probably has like he can do whatever the fuck he wants now, basically.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
made more. Yeah, right. Like every time I read a Shindo L novel, right, you can practically tell that no matter he's doing like a huge collab, his fucking art is in the first first cover art, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
Front
can
and
tell,
center.
like, all right, yeah, exactly. Like every time I read like one of the magazines that they're affiliated with, it's always like, all right, Shindo L is like top billing that we're gonna use.
Yeah.
With Seto Yuki, they're usually the cover artists, so they don't actually draw too much manga anymore.
Mm.
It's kind of like Satoshi Urushihara with the Land Greaser or Growlands or stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They usually are like the cover artists for some of their magazines, but they still do. That guy still does his own manga stuff. I just never see it online. Maybe he's for the boomers.
Oh. What are you trying to say about me? But that's it's amazing to think about. Like people like discredit. Like it's weird that that today's society, right? I can't believe I'm saying that. Is
Sorry.
like it's weird. Like people on the Western side, they were just surprised. What the fuck? This guy was a Doujin artist? Stinky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
that-
that,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, a lot of stigma.
There is a lot of
against that.
stigma, but people don't understand that it's hard to do hentai well, or just because it's all about body proportions.
yeah,
Just
and then
different
most
poses.
people,
Mm.
and not only that, Doujin artists even admitted like the best way they learned anatomy was through a hentai, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're doing so
Like-
many different poses.
Exactly.
Do you know Boichi, who does Dr. Stone?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I haven't read Dr. Stone, but I've read his past works, like one of his hentai.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and his comment section, he had to explain how he got his reference material, and he was serializing his stuff from like the late 90s to like early 2000s,
Yeah.
like the hentai stuff. And in his, he mentioned how it was difficult for him to get reference materials for drawing. So he had to actually resort to using gay porn
Oh.
for drawing even his female ladies, and he used all that for his reference material. And someone joked to me about going to Anime NYC, asking him, "Oh, by the way, Boichi, you still use gay porn for reference?"
You still use it?
Oh my god. That's a balls, dude,
yeah.
to ask him like that in public areas like that.
Oh, good.
No, this is just a joke. I didn't get to attend the Dr. Stone panel, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
but Aoki's been to C9. Oh yeah. For those who's listening, Aoki's a big supporter of C90 or whatever, Comic Cat.
Yeah.
So we want to hear your thoughts since you had your experience there ahead of us, and I haven't been there because my wife might cut my balls off. But so, Aoki, tell me about your experience.
So Comic is basically cut off into two different halls, West Hall and East Hall. If I remember right, West Hall was all the official stuff going on, like Kotobukiya, just animation studios, KyoAni, and all that. They had all their own merch. On the East Hall, if I remember, I think it's East Hall. They have all the doujins, so it's all the indie stuff basically. And from what I saw, it is very, very how do I put it? It's hard to get into because you have to make yourself stand out among thousands of people.
Yeah.
Because it is a big space, but there's so many people in there. It's actually hard to get around.
Would you call it a saturation, or there's abundance of there's a lot of new talent coming in?
New talent coming in. It's just an abundance, and it's not just a majority of it was hentai, but there were other artists that are just trying to get their own work out there. Although it ranges from hentai to really, really, really niche stuff. Because I remember when I went, there was just a booth of someone selling a doujin. So it's basically a photo book of just old Japanese trains. They didn't sell out.
Oh,
that's pretty niche. Just trains.
Yeah, it was very niche. It was just really surprising to see something like that. I looked through it. It was like, oh, it's trains.
That's the same kind of notion of going to a let's say Bandai Tamashii Nation event and then expecting to see a Marvel only from Mattel or something like that.
Yeah. No, I got to see which artist did I see? I think I saw. Hold on. Who was the one that does Hold on. Be right back. I'm gonna go to my closet, grab something.
He got horny. He's gonna spit in his head. He's like, hold on, I got hard. You don't get it, guys. I got horny.
that should be.
But
sorry, I'm back.
Mhm.
I got the Ane Naru Mono Zenshu
Anemaru.
and Ane Naru Mono. It's one of the most popular ones, I think.
There's a Wikipedia on it. Chiyu? There's something called Chiyu,
Yeah.
right?
Pochigoya.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, the older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny enough, I saw the serialized version at a Kinokuniya in New York City, and I'm pretty sure the serialized version is
It's all ages.
not as explicit. Yeah, but it had an 18+ sticker on it, and it was and other things like Elfen Lied had 18+ sticker, but something like Holy Corpse Rising didn't have it.
Really?
And it's just Holy Corpse Rising cover art is just so explicit. It's kind of silly that it doesn't have a. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't expect it from something like this. It just looks like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at a huge on the Google images. There's that's super explicit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just wow. So something innocent looking like Elfen Lied, or something, just regular looking like Ane Naru Mono just has a sticker on it. So
Yeah.
I just found that funny.
No, because I saw
Interesting as
Pochigoya there. That was one of the more memorable ones.
Oh.
But it's just, it's really, I don't know, I'd say it's really humbling actually, because she was doing hentai for most of the time, But I think now she's doing
she, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's a
people
female
are-
artist.
Yeah, but people out there in the States don't realize that most doujins are actually primarily female writing too and drawing. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Japan.
So
So,
there's a lot
with-
of female artists, and it's not just female artists doing yaoi. It's them doing hetero and just full on big titties.
Yeah, like Mizuru. Does anyone know who's Mizuru K, right? Mizuru.
Yeah.
Like she's
Okay.
a big proponent of gangbang, and a lot of ahegao, which a lot of people think it's like only men draw this. Nah, I'm like this is all female talent, right?
Yeah, it's all. It's a lot of it is female talent. Surprisingly enough, for a lot of people.
So like, when will you take us to Mizuri?
Oh, that. I'll get a divorce.
One day.
Let me get a divorce first, then we'll talk about it.
One day.
Imagine if they actually had that. I'd be like, I got married too early.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, there was something like that a few years ago. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to look for it, but one of the guys from the FGC, he went to like some kind of Mizuru land event. Let me see if I
better
can
not be a cosplay
find
event
it.
because I would be like
But his-
literally rock hard if I saw Iori Moe over there.
Oh.
I'll be like, all right, where's that divorce paper?
Holy shit.
If she start wearing like any of like the Mizuru Land characters, like the short-haired one especially, I'll be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, his name is, I think it's pronounced Z, but this is like the tweet reference I could find from 2015, April of 2015. But yeah, there was some kind of Mizuru land event. I think it was just mostly, those idols and whatnot Mizuru has connections with.
Right.
They probably attended it. I mean,
Which I just want to attend just for the the experience, not the actual action.
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure an actual full-blown Mizuru land could
Oh,
be.
I mean, there's a lot of regulations that we have to sort through, especially.
Could be commercially. Yeah. So.
But at least Shinzo Abe's gone. Yeah. But yeah, like, if your thoughts on that, how would you feel, Dios? Would you actually attend Mizuru Land if you had any chance?
I'd go just to see it more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, Mike?
Agreed. Yeah. Same. It's just something.
I know.
Experience.
I know. It's like the idea of that's like, well, anyone's here. Old people showing their dinglings and everything. I'm not into that. But yeah,
It's
that's
amazing.
That's wild. Like Mizuru K has been blowing up lately. She has her own doujin, her own like manga series too now. Also explicit, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the big doujin artists are getting into the like I'd say official quote. Like they're getting to the mainstream now.
Right.
Yeah, like professional.
Yeah, professional.
Well, I mean, some like I don't know what his Fukudada. They did serialize the series, or like Takeda Hiromitsu. Is it Hiromitsu? They still like, it's not adult, but they're still explicit.
Yeah.
They still have explicit stuff in their
because I know
their mangas.
Yeah, I know Odenon. They did work on Metal Max for the PS4, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw Metal Max on PS4 and I instantly recognized Odenon's artwork. Instantly.
Yeah. Metal Max Zeno.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that art. I know that anywhere.
Yep.
But yeah, it's crazy to think that like people need to like with Shogeki no Soma, right? That's also from a doujin artist that went big in mainstream.
Oh yeah, it's just they never explicitly confirmed because they use different pen names.
Yes.
But the art style is pretty much Tosh or Saike Shun, as they are known in the for Shokugeki no Soma.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm still wondering when Shindo L will make his own series. Like, all right, I know this Ahegao face anywhere, even if it's on the village. But yeah, it's great. It's great to think that that people from the down up can actually make something to the mainstream. Correct?
Yeah.
That's very humbling to to me. It's more humbling to say that I did porn, and I'm proud of it. and that's one of the greatest thing about, like, you know, when you think about doujinshi artists and stuff.
Yeah.
Hmm. Did you do you know who Yoshiyuki Nishi is? He did this manga series called Muyo and Roji's Bureau of Supernatural Investigation.
That sounds familiar.
So
I think it was a Shonen Jump. Yeah, it was in Weekly Jump. But the
It looks
thing
like
is,
Satch Bell.
lately, I personally haven't read it. I only read his other series, Boke-san, but that was like canceled.
Right.
He started his own Doujin series, but he's not even using a pen name. It's just straight up his own name.
I mean,
He's like hiding it.
So I'm still waiting for the day where Taikubo becomes an actual like doujin artist.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like his character design.
I mean,
Without a doubt, like despite his storytelling, Taikubo makes pretty amazing like fashion design and character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Like there's not one character that looks alike, other than Ichigo's reincarnation look-alike thing. That's the only time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see the artist.
So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's hot. I don't know why short-haired girls that look. She almost looks like Lady from Devil May Cry.
Jesus.
Just with bigger pack.
But I guess to go back on the JV idol, JV actress, maybe the most it would be this one, Kimi no Yume. I mean, I guess she was like the one I first tried to look out for, so I guess maybe that's why. That I'd end up going with her. Funny thing is, how I first saw her
she
was
like a mom,
from
now she looks more like a mom now.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of hard finding her stuff because it's kind of old.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
I mean, I mentioned to you like ass bubbles, and I can't find it. Oh yeah. All right. Dios doesn't know this, but I mentioned my first introduction to AV idol porn, and it was through ass bubbles. Basically,
ass bubbles.
Oh.
I'll show you. It's better to show you, but
Okay.
It's one of the first. I had no idea what porn was till till my 12 when I was 12 years old.
Yeah, same here.
And okay, it's super or basically it's like an enema porn, but except they fart and they just like shove like tubes up their butt to make a false fart, basically.
What?
Yeah. It's straight up fetish. It's called ass bubbles, and I can't find it now because like that's super old. What is this? What the hell did you say?
Me hearing that.
It's literally like enema porn, except like they just shove tubes like to pump air into the butt, right?
Right.
And then after that, they would use it like and turn the girl into a motorboat. So that's what basically an ass bubble was, and I saw that in my father's closet. I was like, "What the fuck?" And I popped it in, and then I popped it in. And I was like, "All right, this is my first introduction."
Shit.
But the reason where I first saw Kimi no Yume was from actually a PSP game. It's one of those strip Jankenpo games.
Oh.
And I was like, I kind of like her, but like I couldn't read Japanese. So like I was like, oh shit. I had to look up the product information and then find the list of actress names, and then I was like, oh okay, I had to like copy and paste, like search them that way. And then I found her. I was like, okay, now I can look for more.
Was it this thing right here, or one of the images?
I think it was All Star. Yeah, All Star Yakyuken Battle.
Wait, did they show actually tits or no?
It's only like some special videos, but like
wait,
you can input codes to bypass all the stupid Jankenpo stuff.
So it wasn't.
They have like
it wasn't a
codes on.
PSP game, but it's like UMD video.
Yeah,
my god!
UMD video.
What?
Yeah, that's how they bypassed the age rating stuff and like put eroge on PSP, because they would make it as a UMD video and they wouldn't have to go through Zero or anything.
I was like, I don't
so that's
know what
how.
to do, guys.
Shit.
But yeah.
That's
Um,
wild. Like you did actual like detective work. Usually I just look at like before there was like you know how massive like the JV idol scene is now with just randomly posting on the internet, but you don't know like the actual actresses. They just post the video and then they add like
like
the serial number.
I guess yeah, I guess you think somewhat. I mean, I don't know if the production values are like you mean kind of like amateur stuff or
Yeah,
just
the amateur stuff. Like before you would find that, they would like put down debut, but they never put in like the serial number or the company production.
Yeah.
So you have to find it through titles, and that was our way to finding who the artist was. But now that we have like codes, thankfully we know who's who now.
Yeah,
makes it so much easier.
It's like when I was surprised, like, all right, I know Dios has been looking at Rei Mizuna the way I did.
Rei Mizuna, yeah. Like the weird part was, I didn't get into jabs till like later on because.
Like, how old are we talking here?
Like 14 kind of thing.
That's pretty decent. That's the same time I actually got into it. Most of the time was like looking at browser level.
Yeah, because going into high school, because like when in Australia you go into high school at like 12-ish, we got laptops, right? We got free laptops. Obviously they had parental restrictions or whatever. You couldn't go to obvious porn sites like remember like RedTube when that was
or X videos.
Yeah, X videos. So if I ever went in, it'd be blocked. So what I did to circumvent this was I had a DSi that had an internet browser.
Oh wow.
I used my DSi to access RedTube and all that. And that's how I got into
I did that too. I did that with my PSP. I just downloaded the images and jacked them.
Yeah, exactly. PSP. Like DSi, PSP, all that stuff. That's kind of the gateway, I think.
Oh yeah, like I think in our age, which is again sounding pretty boomer, like we had our own way to circumvent like IP blocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like there's no restriction on PSP. They have no there's no authentication or whatever.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we saw porn on the go was through the PSP, which I still think is one of the best portable systems out there.
I know, it's hilarious.
I didn't get into that kind of stuff until like probably 14 or 15 as well.
Yeah.
I think things that definitely eased me in was like Dead or Alive or
Dead or Alive,
some violent, some pretty violent or manga with sexual content like this one, Kuruzuka.
Yes.
That's an old series.
So, yeah, but like or Berserk.
Oh yeah,
Berserk I think Berserk straight up showed me like, what's NTR? Like that opened up the whole kind of work for me. The whole level of my jokes of like, my wife's boyfriend invited me to hockey and stuff like that.
Actually, the first memorable like ecchi experience for me, the one that kind of eased me into it was my school library had Air Gear, the manga.
Really? They had that?
Yeah. It had the first 2 volumes. And I'd borrow it like every week.
I was like, what? No wonder. Hey, I remember just buying this book recently. Now it's all yellow and sticky. It's your fault.
Because what about?
Oh yeah, you're.
Yeah.
Oh no, you just remind me when. I mean, I saw Tenjo Tenge when I was pretty young, but like, I was too young, so like when I saw it was I mean, I was watching like Love Hina at the same time, so like I just like, oh wow, they're laughing, it's funny, or this scene is funny because
it's like super ridiculous or something like that.
Yeah, so that's the kind of thing. But okay, I mean Air Gear,
Air Gear, because like
that makes sense.
It was the first memorable thing because I read Naruto beforehand, but like the only time that happened in Naruto was when the Sexy Jutsu Volume 1. Yeah, then that was it.
The only time they got like action was like kissing like Sasuke and Naruto.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, that's not what I want. But then I saw Air Gear.
Yeah.
I saw Air Gear and I was like, it was a revelation for me. I was like, wow, more than 1 page of titties.
Oh, dude, fucking Ringo though. I fucking hate her.
Yeah. I was always about Tsubame.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Her sister's was hot though. That's yeah.
Mikan, yeah.
Well, Oh Great draws the Bakemonogatari manga pretty well.
Oh, yeah,
he
he
does.
I like yeah, I like how he draws for
Speaking
that.
of, has he done anything original? I remember he did Bug, but then after that, I heard nothing after that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he did in between Air Gear, that, and well, now he's working on Bakemono.
Yeah.
So
I love his art, but his storytelling gets so
His-
wild.
I had to reread
Yeah.
Air Gear to get it.
Oh, you did?
Because like it starts off like, oh yeah, doing skates, gang
Yeah,
war, turf war
competition.
kind of
Yeah.
competition kind of thing. And then it slowly turns into
Political drama.
political drama and shonen.
Right.
Like full on blown shonen. It's no longer about the skates. Because the skates suddenly get the regalias, which are like your superpowers basically. And they go into space with that, and wow.
Yeah, definitely. And like, there's like a lot of dismemberment too.
Yeah.
I was like, I was not expecting this. Like, what was it? Who was that one guy? That
Agito?
was it. Agito, the one that got decapitated.
The one that gets decapitated was it the skull guy?
He's silver haired. That's all I remember.
Silver hair. I don't
And
remember.
he had like, well, anyway, like I remember like he got decapitated near the end. Like I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And then there's that pedophile, that male that could have been a pedophile, something like that. But there's a lot of things going on in Air Gear. That's all I remember.
There's a lot.
yeah,
And like there's like
I mean-
time traveling with just fucking VR and stuff.
Yeah, that was the whole simulation.
Right. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. It was hard to process at first, but then when you reread it, I was like, oh.
I only read it like once, but I know I enjoyed it. But then when Obama like switched with bodies with a girl, I was like, what?
Oh yeah, I remember that. His name was Omaha or something. Ohama, I think.
Ohama Bin Laden. No.
But then there was a whole panel where it was just like 9/11 happened because people use weapons the wrong way. I was like, that's a lot from my.
He just went like Kojima. He like Oh Great went from Kojima levels there too.
Yeah.
With, like he went talking about like the 1% theory and stuff like that. Like Jesus.
Yeah.
I was like, this is how my introduction to like real intellectual shit. Like, what the hell?
I just wanted titties, roller skates, man.
And then it's like, yeah, the 1% or the more like or the bullshit, and we need to be the 99 to take over. Like, what? What the hell? That confused me.
Yeah.
And I was like a dumb kid at the time too. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I had no idea. It's just like I'm feeding so much information and that happened in like just 4 chapters from each other too.
Yes, it was very quick.
But yeah, I love the humor though for Oh Great.
Oh, great! I love him.
But his titties though, those are the top. But speaking of, like, I remember like when he did cover art, he was just like, do you guys ever read Oku stuff? The guy who did Gigant, or let's say Gantz.
I read oh no, never mind. I never actually read. I never got to read this.
I've only read hentai of Gantz, and I because of that, I have a very warped impression. Perception of Gantz. Because the only thing I've read is stuff by I think his name is Faye. The one.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody. I think in this group, everybody who's Faye's.
Did you get to meet her?
Oh, I couldn't. I don't think she was there.
Oh, okay.
All right, this is from his latest chapter. There's no context. Well, I think Aoki can read it, but for Mike, this kid in Gigant with Oku's new it's basically Ultraman if she was a woman. And then go down there and he's having sex with the hot Xavier idol too, and she's the main heroine. yeah, so like with people like saying like with Oku, his stuff is practically porn. And I remember like when he did Gantz, there's like he invited AV idols to cosplay as one of the suits. So yeah,
Oh,
that was like
straight up having sex.
yeah, that's an AV idol with a high schooler. And she's the main actress, and she becomes like she gets super giant too. Like there's a scene where she pulls an Ant-Man, where she gets super tiny, and then she blows up inside the like this giant thing.
What?
Yeah, I gotta get an image of that. Hold up, but yeah, go on, you guys. Go on with your pervy ass shit that I'm also introducing.
I mean, I guess I might have mentioned. I was gonna mention Masakazu Katsura. You know, Z-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I first started reading Ice. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it was just like a standard romance stuff.
Yeah.
But then, usually, what I did back then is okay, I like this manga, so now I'm gonna check out everything else by it or this guy.
And now I have an erection
So
coming out of this.
like Video Girl Eye.
Yeah, I remember that.
That
Oh,
has,
I know that one.
yeah. So that just has a lot more like ludity.
Yeah.
Compared to
Didn't I get like a? Oh yeah, they had a TV series. I just watched that earlier.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
Cute girl, but it's not as lewd because like.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, here's the other chapter I meant earlier.
Yeah. Literally gigantus fetish.
Yeah.
This guy goes everywhere. He talks about rape and everything. He's basically great, but he went all gore, basically.
That's another thing I noticed about manga in general. Like, you can draw anything as long as you don't show genitals. Everything goes, even tits.
That's a full bush, though.
That is true.
What are you talking about? I just showed you
you
bush.
see the bush. I don't know, but like with manga, it's way more lenient than say. TV.
Oh yeah. And speaking.
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I guess because like there's like an age gap. I mean, like the huge discrepancy with regarding with Western media and Japanese media.
Yeah.
Which I was.
Oh yeah, that kind of.
What was that, Mike?
Oh. No, it just kind of reminds me like how a lot of people are like, wow, Fairy Tail has this kind of fan service or XYZ, but like I think one of the things that disconnects Western readers from that kind of stuff is that the Fairy Tail magazine is covered in gravure.
Right.
Yes.
Like
so like in the context of that magazine,
it fits.
Fairy Tail is really tame.
Yeah. Honestly, like I think it's because we're our social groups, right? Is that within our circles we're more like it's more accepting because we're also Asian here too, and I guess race doesn't matter regardless. But
gotta get that out there before.
Yeah, I got to because like people like people are saying, oh, these white people, because people always blame me like I'm white. I'm not. So I'm gonna put this out there. All of us in this podcast is completely Asian. The most gookiest one here is Mike because he's Vietnamese.
Oh, you go from the Vietnam. Get the fuck. I'm sorry.
But our conception of like of what's considered like adult content is a bit more different from Western mentality.
Very
right?
different. Yeah.
Like we're exposed to different things. Sure, we have like philosophies that are kind of the same, but at the same time, it's completely there's a gray area between Japan's like type of entertainment versus America's like subtle. Well, not subtle. They're fucking stupid. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
America's love for violence.
Yeah, it's like that's why we have like fucking Yoko Taro who glorified that in Drakengard, who glorified violence for the Americans. Like, all right, this is what how we see you guys as.
Yeah.
But it's like to Americans like, oh, it's just silly fantasy humor. But yeah.
Yeah, they cannot grasp the true form of his 5D chess move.
What? They could. Oh no, I think it's pull off a Kojima. Like it flew too high for Americans.
Everyone took that comment out of context so hard, but I also think it was.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but I also think the translator was a little bit off.
I think it was the PR. I think it's the PR guy that said that too. As
it wasn't Kojima.
Yeah. And plus, like Kojima, like he's more. If people would also like he beats over the head if you play Death Stranding long enough, which you fuck.
Oh yeah, my god! People were like, "Oh, it's so complicated," but I'm like, no, it beats you over the head in like the first 10 minutes of the game.
Oh yeah, her name, our president's name is Bridget. Bridges. Are you not getting this? It's like in their face, like, you know what I mean? It's literally one of those experiences that you have to actually play it for yourself. I told this in a video, like, it's one of those experiences you have to try for yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Japanese media, it beats you over the head what they're trying to show you. They're not like sarcastic about it. There's no sarcasm in their humor.
It's very, I think, they're very earnest in terms of when they want to tell a story. I'm not saying Western writers or whatever aren't earnest as well, but I think this is a bit of a sidetrack. But when you look at visual novels versus East and West, it is very, very different.
Yeah, there's a stark. There's a like the way they like skeletize their like their narrative, right? It's a lot more I don't know how do you say this. Like people are gonna relate to other books like Harry Potter, for instance, compared to whatchamacallit, which is a good novel that you would read Aoki that can compare to like their kind of writing styles, like to Harry Potter and shit.
Harry Potter versus say, I don't know. The first thing that comes to my head is Umineko.
Right. That's what like there's like complete stark, like like a cultural difference between the writing styles, right?
Yeah.
I was hoping you would go on from there.
Like, oh no.
I was waiting.
No, like, I haven't finished reading Umineko. I've been on and off with it. So I can't say completely.
I see.
Like you read light novels though, right?
Yeah, I read light novels. It's I can't pinpoint it, but also I can't find the right words for it.
It's hard to explain in a way that's
it is
concise
hard.
or in a way.
Yeah, concise. Because like when I read light novels in Japanese, it's something I can just take at face value because I'm translating from Japanese to English, so I can understand. But yeah,
right. Okay, here's going to be a translator one day.
One day.
What? But he is one.
Oh yeah, my personal translator.
Thank you.
When I asked him to read AV Idol tweets, or what the fuck is she saying?
But it is nice being able to read Japanese, actually.
Right. And that's why. And there's like there's also a huge disconnect with localization with actual translations, right?
There's a very big disconnect, but like there's a very fine line that people have to do, like they have to walk on, because any deviation from the original material, it could change small things, basically.
Right. Like also like subtle context, right?
Yeah, because funnily enough, I was playing Grandia 2 in English.
Yeah, I saw that on online on your Discord.
I was playing Grandia 2 in English. The main protagonist, Rudo, I love the writing. It's funny. He's sarcastic and he's witty and he's a bit of a jackass.
Right.
But because he's very sarcastic in English, not so much in Japanese. He's just straight up an asshole in Japanese. He's not sarcastic at all.
Like, I mean, there's no sarcasm in Japanese, right?
No, that's the thing.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
I like the English. It's entertaining, but the original he's just an asshole.
Straight asshole, right?
Yeah, there's no funny about it. He's just straight up rude. And I think translators need to find that fine line when making translations or like localizing it.
Like with characters like when you watch an anime, right? Where only people are like subs is the best, but it's like completely bastardizing what their intent is, right?
Yeah, like I remember, I'm sure all of you've gone through this, like fan subs, like all the way in 2007 when they sub the whole opening with like flashy ass subtitles.
Yeah, karaoke
version,
TV Nihon kind of style.
Yeah, and all that. And then back then, anytime someone was yelling, in Japanese, they'd slap in fucking.
Oh, really?
Then, no, yeah. Like it was very common in like One Piece or something.
Huh.
I know from One Piece,
really?
the way they did it was they put a lollipop instead of a cigarette.
I'm talking about fan subs because a lot of fan
like
subs.
straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up fan subs.
Yeah, fan subs back in the day used to. They were very. They took a lot of liberties.
Oh wait, I remember this one part in One Piece.
Was it sub, right? Or-
Yeah, subbed during the Enies lobby
Yes.
arc. Nami is fighting against the soap woman,
Mm.
but I think one subs put in like dumb blonde.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And people are like, they are very skeptical. Like, I don't think that's what she said, Chief.
No, not
That's what I mean. Like, that's why when I hear like there's this ongoing debate, right? Dub versus sub, and then like when the sub don't match up what they mean, right? It just feels like a huge disconnect is still there. That's why when I hear like Aoki was there for it, and I guess you too, Mike, because you always pester me about it with the Neon Genesis Evangelion recent like Netflix debacle,
Oh,
right? Like
Oh.
right?
Worthy of my grace.
Yeah. That's why, thankfully, Dios is here. He can tell us about it, like the actual translation. Since I think you watch both sub and dub, right?
Yeah, I've watched both.
Right. So, give us the whole context with that part, with the worthy of our grace.
It was just saying. Kaoru was just saying, "I like you." That's it. It wasn't like "I love you." Right? It was meant to be vague.
Right.
It was meant to be vague. Like I like. That's because in the context of the show, no one likes Shinji. People tried to like Shinji. They didn't like him. He's basically alone at this point. All of his friends have left. And then he finds Kaoru. And he finds himself growing attached to him. Whether or not that's gay is not the point. It's just he found someone that straight up said, "I like you." Whether that's
Right. Just like,
romantic
he just
or
wanted
not.
like, right.
Yeah.
It's like it's looking for a human connection. That's why
Yeah.
everybody like treats him like shit, and the only person that treats him good is the only time he shows like like any human sympathy or connection with, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody took the face value. Yeah, he meant I love you in English.
Oh, he sucks dick.
Yeah.
I mean, I get where they're thinking Shinji's gay, but the thing is, that's not the point.
He nutted on Asuka's chest. There's no gay there.
That's pretty straight, if you ask me.
Right? Like that's pretty straight. Like that's a pro gamer move. If you ask
Pro
me.
gamer move, not on the chest of your comatose friend. Whoa!
Well, friend with asterisk.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like yes, Shinji's gay. He's bi. I'm pretty sure he did nut on Kaoru's chest, dude.
But yeah, it's just translation's very iffy. It really varies from person to person, really.
Yeah, and not only that, people still get confused when, like, if you read like a straight up manga, right? I recently picked up JoJo, and I realized there's like little context of hiragana on next to the kanji or whatever, or katakana.
Yeah.
So I get like, all right, I know why Japanese is really confusing now.
Yeah. Like that said, it's almost near impossible to get like a one-to-one translation because sometimes the one-to-one translation doesn't work in English. Like going from Japanese to English, it doesn't work if you do it one-to-one. So you have
Wasn't
to
there a
change
series that did that recently?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
But I heard like
One.
most of like Falcom games that got translated from like Nippon software or whatever.
Nisa.
Yeah, Nisa. Didn't they do like literal translations?
They do literal translations. Like I remember with Ease, there was a thing called Archezoic Hole, but
Oh
yeah,
Big
it said Archezoic Hole
crater.
in
Archozoic crater. Oh yeah.
It said Archezoic something like in English, but on top of it was big kanji. So the kanji literally said big hole, but the English was like right at the bottom. But they still translated it as what did they call it again? Big hole.
They also said they said big hole.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's some kind of crevice.
yeah.
Crevice of the Archozoic era, and then they translated it as Archozoic big hole.
Hole. I mean, the kanji does say Archezoic big hole, but That's not how you do it.
It feels like a broken English.
Yeah, big
They
hole.
could have said I could have said the big hole of the Archaeozoic or something like that.
Something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But it's weird to me, like because I'm happy that I know you as a friend for so long now, Aoki, like 7 years going now almost.
Yeah.
And then you're telling me this, like, okay, I have a different. I'm glad I have your perspective on the things. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of
And
people people normally, on Twitter especially, they only take it for face value, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, Nipponichi, they do a lot of that. And I don't know, I think translation's I think in the grand scheme of things, for a lot of people, it's a very minor issue, I think.
Mm.
But just because like people don't know the language, therefore they don't want to comment about it. But the thing is, how do I put it? A lot of people just don't care. Funnily enough, and I'm like, come on, it's a bit of an issue. Come on, guys.
And to note this,
Yeah, I
right? Dios, how long have you been learning Japanese? To give the audience a little, a little insider.
Been learning since early high school. So that would have been more than
2009.
2009, I'd say. Yeah, 2009 is when I started.
It's almost like 10 years, and you're still learning too, right?
Yeah, I'm still learning.
See, there's like people think like learning a language is easy, and hell no, it's not.
Like,
Especially
you can
from-
grasp most of it, like
basic terminology.
yeah, basic stuff. You can get to convert conversations, but you're still gonna be learning things every day.
Right, and not only that,
All the
Japanese
time.
also like there's always a new character every day. I heard.
Yeah, it like you just come across
Whoa.
stuff that's like you never knew you'd use, but then you have to use it.
Mm.
It's not like math. You eventually will use it once in a while.
No. It's constant learning.
Right, exactly. And for Mike, what you're gonna add?
I'm not. Oh no. Yeah, about the English dubs. It's just the ones that seem kind of iffy, or at least, well, I'm not too big into them, but the Funimation ones where they kind of add in some stuff that you can tell.
Okay.
You can tell that was not obviously in the
The original.
It just seems, it just seems so out of context.
Dragon
Like
Maid?
that couldn't have been in the original material. Like either the Gamergate thing
Yes.
or the
Gamergate?
well,
Did that
something
happen
in,
recently?
yeah,
Just add
That
that
would-
in.
in a prison.
It wasn't recently.
Yeah, it was in prison school.
Prison
the prison
School,
school
yeah.
anime.
Oh, dude, how did we fuck that up?
And then in Maid Dragon, I forgot what it was. Lukoa says something about I don't remember what it was.
specifically, but it was
SJWs, something
Oh
like
my
that.
God,
but it
really?
was-
I think it was.
yeah.
So
So they injected just Western Western terminology into a Japanese show out of random.
yeah, pretty much. There was one voice actor who was kind of joking about that thing, but
Like Christopher Sabat.
no. I think she was female, but I think she was just half joking about like.
Of course, it was the.
Oh,
cunt.
yeah,
No,
just-
I'm joking.
Yeah. But I think some people didn't see the sarcasm, so they started dunking on her. But I normally don't feel like getting in too much into those
Yeah.
issues. So, or like personally jumping in, but
I mean, to be honest, we're not bright on like the political aspect either, right? None of us are
No.
here are like that smart. We're just, like, again,
We're just like that's not what
we're
they said in
Asians.
Japanese.
We're also like, yeah, exactly. And not only that, we're just like a bunch of Asian dudes that just like talk about porn and stuff. So our
Exactly.
our moral ambiguity here is a bit low, leaning towards our penis. So
My head's down there.
yeah, exactly. So whatever you guys say, it doesn't matter as long as I see boobies and don't censor it.
Poopy.
As much as a child that I am, I love boobies. Speaking of, Mike told me about like how censorship in Russia is a bit fucked up with porn regarding
what's
hentai.
happening?
oh yeah,
All right, here, Mike fucked up on our audio, jackass. So he's gonna have to tell you what happened.
well, you know how they have to censor genitals in Japan, right? So they in Germany and Russia, they've actually been getting some like uncensored hentai anime.
Really?
So yeah, sometimes the resolution isn't as good as the DVD release in Japan, but yes, and they would actually dub it in either German or Russian.
Huh.
So you can find the uncensored version of some probably late 2000s, mid 2000s stuff that wasn't released in Japan in the US, and they'll probably be uncensored, or like even early 2010 stuff. There's probably a Russian or a German uncensored. Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, there's that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's interesting.
I thought you were going to tell me about the part where they removed all the sex scenes.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
removed.
You told me that like some censorship in Russia. They like this one thing that you told me about where they basically removed all the ecchi scenes altogether.
I don't recall.
All right, but
actually,
you're the one that told me about there's this one hentai like with the incest stuff. They just removed all that together.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell. I can try looking that up right now.
That's too late for that. Well, fucked it up again. No. This is what I mean. If you had the original audio, you would have heard what all the context we had, but then
that's all right.
Somehow, yeah, I know. It's still hilarious to me. Like, oh yeah, Leon, when do we start recording? That just blew my mind that we didn't do it. Oh, fuck you, Mike. No.
This honestly does not sound familiar at all.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Was it a show or a visual novel?
It was a straight up it was a hentai, a literal video you told me about. They just removed all the sex scenes altogether.
Nope. Doesn't ring a bell.
Too late.
Good.
Gone. But where were we now? About censorship.
Right.
Were you All right, Dios, have you watched anything that's been profusely censored or whatever?
In what way?
Or
anything?
Yeah. If you read anything in general, I recently read a doujin from Rocket Monkey, and then it's full censor. Like you only see a white beam or a white beam saber out of their penises. If you know what I mean.
I'm trying to think.
I have to actually look that up, and I'll give you an image detail what I mean.
Yeah.
That I'm happy that
mine. Because all the hentai I read, oddly enough, I'm pretty vanilla. I would think I'm pretty vanilla this day and age.
Right.
Because all the stuff I read is fake granddaughter. Because that's all I see nowadays. I go to the front page of nhentai.net. Oh, look, fake. That's all I see.
Speaking of, this is what I'm bringing up right now.
Fuck it.
I mostly read NTR because I like the art better. I don't know why. NTR has better art.
NTR does have better art. No. That reminds me, actually.
Yeah, there. So you see this. Here, just go through that page and you'll see the censorship, full on, no cocks, no genital. Yeah.
White penis.
Not white guy penis.
White penis. No, actually, there's a study. I think DMM, the distributor of all the adult stuff in Japan, they did a survey for the most popular tags, and I think NTR was top
number
for
one,
both men and women.
Yeah, I saw that, and then people were like, I saw how many people were upset. It was NTR. I was like, you guys are giving to the tag so much meaning now.
It makes sense because it is the most popular tag. That's why everyone and their mother draws it.
Right.
And but also, I think I think people get some thrill reading it. Not a big genuine adrenaline rush. A bit of a thrill, I think.
I do. I honestly do.
Some form. Yeah, some form of dopamines go in your head when the fat dude walks in.
Oh no, not that kind of guy. No, not that
When
one.
the fat dude walks in, you know what is like, yeah.
I normally like some no, the ones I normally read. Well, except the Mitsuru Te Ilina, whatever that is, like the one I showed you just now. Not the old people. Normally I read is like some Chad comes out of nowhere and then it's like cucks the dude. And then like the ones I read the worst was have you heard of? I know I tell this to Mike all the time, but Nagare Ippon.
I've heard of it. I don't think I've read it.
All right, all his things are gonna make. If you read it, it made me feel bad kind of level. It's like one of those doujins that actually makes me feel terrible to read.
Jesus.
If it makes you feel terrible, then it's must be.
What do you mean to say there? What do you mean it makes me feel terrible?
It makes you feel terrible. Then.
You gook. It's like you're trying to say.
It's gonna be quite a explosion.
I'll just take on an excerpt from it. Like it made me feel like the way it reads and stuff. It's like wow, that made me feel bad. Actually, just skim through a few pages, like I think just from here. Yeah, or a couple pages back, but this one, like right here, is like she flat out says, like, "Yeah, I don't care about my boyfriend's cock anymore." After you're like, "Oh God!" and right in front of him,
this is cast Aoi right here.
Yeah.
Also, oh sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, do you read it? Like wow, like
No,
reading it out.
I remember.
Oh, I've read this.
Yeah.
This one. Yeah, I felt terrible reading this.
The first time I realized that NTR was kind of bad, 'cause I didn't like growing up. There's a time I had to discover NTR. When I first discovered NTR was Tales of Symphonia 2 Doujin, actually.
Oh,
it was one. Basically, Emil and Marta went to a hot spring. Emil fucked off. Marta got fucked. And I was like, wow, it was the first time in my head I was like, wow, this is kind of sad. I don't know, in my head I was just like,
yeah,
this is kind of sad, depressing.
This is the only time I'm glad, like, you know, when you read something really depressing, I was like, I'm glad I couldn't read the Japanese version, so you just jack off in peace. I'm just watching for the gangbang. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh, this is different types of censorship you might see across different
Every time I see
magazines.
the black bar, it feels like there's a cock gag.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you could show that.
Oh, you think I would?
On this
FTC might come after you. I'm sorry, Leigh.
What? This is for kids, all right? Oh my God,
Yes.
the FTC. This is why I made this podcast to begin with, to make sure it's not for kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to post any hentai in the actual video, though. I'm just going to put like image references.
The worst, absolute worst one, I think, is the
What, in
white-
terms of content or what?
just censorship. There's the white beam of light. Like the white
still hate
lightsaber.
Ah, yeah.
And the white smudge over the vagina.
I was like, no, speaking of censorship, you guys know who the anime man is?
Yes.
Anime,
He's afraid of seeing
I'm
full
not afraid of
genitals.
him.
He's
Oh.
okay with censorship.
He-
Like, you fucking pussy.
But he doesn't live in Japan, does he?
He does.
He does.
Oh, he
He's
does.
Japanese. He's from. He's
Oh.
half Japanese, half an Australian. Fucking from
Oh
Aoki land.
no!
Aoki.
What?
Yeah.
What has Shinzo Abe done?
What is just
Really? But yeah, like he just said, he mentioned a while ago, like, yeah, censorship is not bad. Genitals are gross. Like, no, they're the most beautiful thing ever. What are you talking about?
They're part of your body. Be proud.
So, what do you think? Like, are you okay with censorship, Mike, or not?
No.
No, this is a really earnest answer.
No, it's just I hesitate mainly because the fact that they know it's gonna get censored. Some people don't. The production, they may not put as much effort as drawing the general
news beat
because they know it's going to be
That makes me
censored.
laugh though. Like the
some
news
productions
beat
do
person.
that.
Yeah. The news beat person though. Like I feel bad because like like all the work that he put into. Yeah, look at this Olivia right here. Look at the clitoris right here. Look how much detail I put in there. And then
That's like
fuck, they put a censor
20
bar.
pictures.
Yeah.
That's a lot of effort too. Just censoring as the motion goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I occasionally see some adult artists from Japan. They might post something on Twitter, but they forget to censor it, so they have to take it down.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
damn it.
That's why I save it just in case. If I see it,
Yeah, that's why TweetDeck is a thing.
I see everything, bro. But at the same time, like speaking of the censorship in Japan, you heard about the parliament? I saw it from Aoki's tweet actually.
Yes.
That some guy is gonna stop censorship, and I'm like, all right, I'm voting. If there's ever
He's
a chance
voting for like just lifting the censorship ban.
because there's no point. Everybody got some.
Yeah. Everyone.
Oh yeah.
There's an otaku running for parliament in Japan.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
wholeheartedly support him.
Oh yeah, and after that, I remember this like one time someone grabbed a tweet that flat out like said like I can't see pussy in Japanese. He's like upset. I was like, I need to see it. Please, Shinzo Abe. That's what I also saw. Oh god. But yeah, it's wild to think that like there's a guy in the parliament that's actually gonna go for it.
I'm so happy
Yeah.
because there's a lot of old people in parliament.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like straight up like bubble era still living around.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 50
Just,
50 people, 50-year-olds living in the bubble era up to now kind of guys. Oh, what's this? The entire
It's just, no. Yeah, you can read that thread. It gives some context. The thing is that to get rid of censorship is going to be a real uphill battle.
Yes.
If you
This is compared
You,
to like it's weird. This is an uphill battle compared to straight up whatchamacallit? Child like baby making.
CP.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why we're gonna initiate dick intercepting ovaries, also known as Dios. We're gonna make that project make Japan filled. Half jungle Asian.
Japan will be filled with me. Isn't that from Hajime no Ippo?
Yeah. It's Takamura
Yeah.
said that after he won his match against an American.
Oh,
And then it's
wow.
like it's also like George Marikawa taking a stab at the population. That yeah, but anyway, it's all weird to me when like how the most sexualized country, right, has the lowest birth rates.
Yeah.
Or I actually
Yeah,
they're saying
that
it's
is
like
interesting.
not sexualized country, the most sexually repressed actually, right?
Maybe.
Wait, what was that?
Not like trans-sick.
Well, sexually oppressed.
No, like repressed because like you actually don't see them like like fucking everywhere.
Wait, we're talking about Japan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
we have
probably.
we have
Yeah.
Soapland and stuff, but they don't. It's not boom a business because everybody's too focused on like overworking and shit like that.
Working, yeah.
That's what I mean by sexually
Yeah.
repressed. Not like no one's like putting a ball gag to them. Like
Yeah.
So that's why you want Mizuru Land
Please.
to be real.
I'll be like a fucking billboard, like please, even though I'm
Right there.
But yeah, it's weird to me that like, up to now that's been going on. Like the birth rate's been declining even more, and then the hottest AV idols are just getting married late now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Yuka.
Yuka. Yeah, she got married to Fudo,
Hmm.
the
Mhm.
Street Fighter
Yep.
5 player. The
Yep.
funny
Yeah, she
part is, sorry.
What that she plays Fudo plays Armika, and that's ironic with given to
No, but that is funny though. There's a tweet going around in Japan, like Japanese Twitter. The dude was basically saying, those two didn't get together because he's a really good Street Fighter player. They got together because they have great chemistry and he's got his life set. Remember that. He was basically saying that to all the neats, basically being like, I gotta get good at Street Fighter so I can get a Gravier idol.
Oh, that's what people thought?
Yeah, a lot of neats were saying that around Twitter.
I mean, there's other factors like, they're probably just good to each other.
Yeah, because like I know their relationship started in Street Fighter 4, so like 2000.
Oh, that's a long time then.
Very long ago.
Coming then. Yeah, it's a long time coming then.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, everybody wants it. Like, when I first heard the news, like, no. And then my wife was like, "What the fuck are you saying no about?" I remember I sold that to my wife. She got angry. Like, what the hell? You got me. What about you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mike showed this earlier. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah, because like that gives that picture new context. 'Cause when I saw this picture, I didn't know they knew each other at the time.
If honestly, I thought she was dating. The girl with the red beret was dating. Fudo. Because
Exactly.
I thought they were dating the most because, like, they were in the picture the most to each other.
Yeah, there's a lot of pictures of those two together. But lo and behold,
it's actually Yuka, the most lucky motherfucker in the world. She got so hot, by the way. Yuka got hotter with longer hair.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike? What do you think about Yuka now?
I mean, she's nice. I just haven't seen her stuff lately.
Are you serious? I only tweet about her.
I mean, yeah. Aside from that,
He's
like, I haven't personally.
by the way.
No, what? You got me scared. I have to look.
He's actually muted your tweets.
All right, this gook right here. Oh my god.
No, I just haven't checked out any for like latest photos or Gravier videos and stuff like that. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah,
it's been a few
like
years.
Mostly. I don't know. Like I remember like people like like our side like they're oddly enough it's from the female incels, which is a weird thing to say nowadays. They got upset. You heard about this, Dios?
Yes.
Like someone got mad at Fudo. It was a lesbian that got mad that he's married to Yuka. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Wow.
Oh, people are weird, man.
I know. I was like, especially from a woman. You know what I mean? They can get dick anytime or like vagina anytime. They're girls, right? The uphill battles for mostly for dudes who are trying to get laid. You know what I mean? Because like with all the huge diversity, I'm like, it's a huge divide nowadays.
Oh.
Like, you know what I mean, right? Like, it's all sex battles now. Like, men versus women. I think it's just Twitter, though, to be honest. Just Twitter.
Yeah. So, being on there is pretty toxic at times.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's why I only look at Dios tweet. I'm like, even though he's a little nerdy boy, I love him.
Exactly.
I was like, I only look at Dios tweets, your tweets, and then obviously I just tweet whatever the fuck comes to my mind. And yeah, but it's weird. Like I'm happy for Fudo. Like I did not expect it though.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expected it actually.
But man, he's actually
stealth.
What stealth 100? He's not Rush.
He's not 100.
Rush is sneakingly to be the black guy, but he's not. He's still 100. But fucking Christ, Mike. Man, I'm happy for Fudo. I mean, anyone can get a girl. It doesn't have to be Street Fighter specifically, but you know. That's why I'm rooting for Dios when he goes to Japan and if he moves there.
Calm down.
I'm rooting for you, dude. I'm like your Kuya. That's like get laid. I'm that Kuya.
You're like, where's my grandchildren?
Yeah. Grandchildren? What the fuck? Dios, I'm not that old.
Well, I won't say anything.
What are you trying to say? I'm only, 8 years older than you?
To me, that's a long way away.
It's only a decade. It's not like Hayden, who's literally 20 years older than us.
Oh yeah, Hayden's old as hell.
That surprised me when Hayden told me that. I was like, this dude likes a lot of lolly porn for a white dude.
Lo and behold.
Right?
Mm.
But yeah, I think it was a sad day for me personally if Fumika Baba got married.
Oh, did she?
No, not yet.
I didn't know.
Oh, I was like,
Oh, okay.
that's great.
I was like, it's not like, oh, that's great. For me, I'll be like, no, nah.
No.
What if she's your wife's girlfriend?
Dude, I'd be so on it. I'll be in the corner jacking up and crying at the same time, but I'll be happy about it. I'll just use my tears as lubricant.
Pretty sure that's how you get salty.
No, that is salty tears, boy. It'd be the most saltiest nut in the world. But so now we're on Gravity Idols. Who's your favorite?
I really like this one. She used to have a Twitter
Holy
account.
Mike,
but,
how you pulled that up so fast? You were like, I'm ready.
Well, yeah, I've been meaning to bring her up for a while. I just didn't know
Oh,
what.
this is the perfect time, at least. We segued into it perfectly.
Yeah, so...
I got a bunch of dudes when I looked on Twitter, Mike, you fucker. There's a lot of...
Looks?
No, like, I see Seto Kaiba, not Seto Hina.
Seto Kaiba.
Oh!
Oh, you piece of shit.
But yeah, she doesn't have a... She used to have a Twitter account, but, yeah. Unfortunately,
Oh, yeah, she's totally
gone.
Yeah, she's totally on the borderline of AV, debut.
Oh, yeah, I mean, her Gravure videos do have... Maybe... Yeah, she does go borderline. But, like, it gets to the point where, like, it's probably better
What do you mean?
than full nudity.
What do you mean bitter?
Better.
Oh, better. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think before,
Yes,
like,
exactly.
I mentioned this too on Twitter as well with the Aoki. Like, I think, like, when girls, like, you know, they're fully naked, but they're, like, covering in a way, like, you know, very erotically, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's, like,
It's
way
like-
hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was talking about this earlier with a friend because I was asking. This is really off topic, but like I was asking him, why do people go on Patreon and buy the lewds instead of?
Oh, does he do that?
He doesn't do that,
I
but
was about to say, like, you're gonna blast for your friend
he
right
knows people that do that. I was just talking to him about it. He's like, why do people do that? Just go for nudes, and he's like, there's a certain allure to just having things on rather than straight nudity. I was like, yeah, I can get that. It's like decorations.
now. Right. Like, who's this right now?
Oh, same
Oh,
one.
yeah, she's hot though. Her
Set-
butt is like
set the
plump.
window.
I can see it.
Are you gonna lose NoNutNovember?
I already lost I told you I already lost the first moment.
I lost it like for a second, man.
You could be like Vanquish's scoring system. You could go into the negatives.
Negatives.
You can go to the negatives if you die too many times.
But it's on purpose.
Your score can go negative. Exactly. You can go to the negatives for losing NoNutNovember.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna always lose NoNutNovember, like yearly.
There's also a destroyed Dick December, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then
That's a problem. That's like a challenge.
I can do it 3 times a day, so that's like, you know what I mean?
No, I think destroyed Dick December is like on the first day you do it once, then you double it.
Yeah, it's like
Oh my god, like
yeah,
that?
it's like exponentially.
1, 2.
Yeah, you exponentially increase.
1, 2, 4, 8.
Oh, not exponentially. Oh, yeah.
1,
yeah.
2, 4,
For
8,
31
16.
I think you just increase.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Basically, on the last day, you go 31 times or
I
Yeah.
whatever.
can't do that.
Okay.
Like, especially
Yeah. Wait, sorry. Because like, Mike's saying you do like by the end of it you do 31 on the last day,
right.
but the one I heard of is like you double it
Oh, wow. Okay.
each day.
Oof.
So
That's
first day is 1,
more.
second day is 2, third day is 4, fourth day is 8, fifth day is 16.
Oh my god.
I don't think anyone's done it, but like I heard like someone just talk about it, and I was like, that's a fucking disaster.
That sounds like
Yeah,
that's emptying. That's more than emptying the tank by then.
That's pretty nuts.
Motherfucker. But yeah, this wouldn't be by like this kind of nudity. You know what I mean? Like the allure of it.
There is an allure to it.
Right. That's why, like, when I see her on my feed, like, all right, I'm definitely failing NoNutNovember. But yeah, I can't do that. Destroy Dick December.
Yeah.
I don't know. First Max is 3 for me.
Yeah, man, and that's a day too. Not. I think if I sum it up, 7 times 3 would equal to 21 jack-offs in a week.
Fuck.
What? What about you? I thought you do yours like in day 2.
I do mine in a day, yeah. So like 3 times a day, at most 3.
But dude, when I was young, I used to do like 6 times a day.
Yeah, I think when I was younger, I could get at least that number in a week.
What, 21? 21 a day.
A week. It's all good.
But man, Mike, how thin is your walls, man?
Oh yeah, it's I mean, I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable about this conversation we're having.
You?
I'm wondering how much it leaked.
What, like, the nut or
These nuts? It's okay.
Yes.
Oh man, I love making these nuts jokes. But man, what's more to add there? But I forgot what we were talking about. I just remember like we were just talking about nutting at it.
Gravier idols.
I never asked Dios his favorite because I know for me it's like Camilla Arena is my favorite Gravier idol.
Yep. Camilla Arena. I'd say, yeah, Camilla Arena is my favorite too, actually, in terms of Gravier idols. She's my favorite.
Yeah. Have you seen her YouTube video? She can stuff it. Not dicks in her, but I mean food. Just to clarify, she's not that kind of idol.
No. But like when you said Gravier idols, I was like, oh, like Tia Bajin. I was like, no, wait, she's not Gravier. She's an AV idol. There's a difference.
Yeah. Like, there's a huge difference.
Well, I
mean, the only thing different is the only thing not different is that my nut happens.
My nut.
There is that multi-talented one I mentioned to Leon, Misa Uhara.
Misa. Oh, you haven't shown that to Dios yet.
Yeah. I'll try to.
Yeah, but Camilla Arena is my favorite.
Usa. Yeah, Usa Miharu. Sorry. I mispronounced it, but yeah, because I think initially she's just doing regular Gravier stuff, but then now she's also a singing idol, and then on top of that she does JEVs. So she does like all 3 of that stuff.
Yeah, she's multifaceted, right? Basically.
Yeah. So I don't think I've ever seen her tame or just her Gravier stuff, because usually the Gravier things I've seen for her, she does go show nudity. So but yeah, let me see if I can find.
Yeah, she's really cute though.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler. What's her spoiler? Like, can we just take all the spoiler here or what?
Oh, sure. I didn't.
He's just doing
I wasn't really sure. Yeah. Just in case, you know.
Please not read our podcast.
No, it's just in case I peek into this Discord while I'm at work.
Oh. Why would you peek this into Discord at work? It's only Monday.
Well.
Yeah, she's super cute though. And I love the jumper, like the jumping. They should bring that back.
Please.
Yep.
But yeah, so far, me and Aoki like some Camilla Arena, but her videos, she just like eats a lot.
That's all I want.
What do you mean by there?
That's all I want.
But yeah.
I won't clarify.
So yeah, that basically, I think we covered most of the topics. Yeah, NoNutNovember, favorite idols, jack off censorship. Yeah, This covers it everything. So those who are listening, thanks for if you actually did stay that long. Thanks for tuning in, and know that Dios is the biggest pervert out of all of us. And yeah, that's it. Thank
Most
you.
sexually repressed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
See you next
Well,
time.
not only that, you fucking asshole, Mike.
What? Oh,
You fucking asshole. I was gonna say, you guys have anything to plug in, your YouTube channels or anything?
no. Not. I don't got really anything. Just that Seifuku Shoujo, the animation, is criminally censored.
fuck?
So please,
I know that one.
please get that uncensored.
Get that uncensored.
Yes.
Please.
Yes, please, please. It is awfully censored.
The thirst in this voice, I can hear it.
Please. I need it.
You have anything to plug in, Diaz?
I don't stream often, but I stream on twitch.tv/AokiShizuku.
All right. And if you guys don't know where this is posted at, you guys are fucking idiots if I have to say where I'm plugging this in. All right. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. All right. How do we kick out Craig, that cunt?